Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. I am Abe with MysticGenmara.com, a small town mystic from the middle of Idaho. And tonight I want to go over the energy and the associations of the new moon in Aries. And then after we go over some of this information, we'll do a little oracle card reading for each of the elemental energies, kind of looking at the energy of what's coming forward for you guys during this time period. And make sure I have my notes here. The first sign of the zodiac, it's the fiery sign of new beginnings and fresh starts. This can be a bit of a apparent selfish period, especially if someone's looking at it from the outside. But this sign is really about getting you up, getting you motivated, getting you focused on your goals. What inspires your passion? What inspires your drive? What is it that you have been wanting to get started on, but I just am not there yet? This energy is going to literally push you forward. So this is a time to really get focused on what it is you're trying to create. If it's that New Year's resolution that you started back in January, the energy of Aries is saying, pull that thing out, read it over, let's get going. If you haven't already started on it, let's get going now. If you've already started and kind of lagged off, restart. Let's just keep going, keep moving, keep it going. This is a time of motivation, of excitement, of courage to do new things, to try new things, maybe refresh the stuff that's already going. It aligns with the spring equinox, which, depending on who you talk to, I'm a traditional, so it's the 21st of March, but some people say it's the 20th, other people floats around. But it's this time period of energy. And so you've got this rebirthing of life. You've got this refreshing of life, this renewal, this kind of this fertile period is starting to really burst through, unless you're where I live, where we have 3.5+ feet of snow still on the ground in the valleys. Then it's not so much that, but we're heading that direction, hopefully. During this intense time, though, emotions will run high. Whether it's a positive emotion or a negative emotion, the energy is going to be intense. With that, if it is a lower energy, frustration, depression, anxiety, this energy is going to be kind of poked, like poking the bear, a little bit of an enhancement going on. It's because Aries is wanting you to look at what is going on. What do you need to work on? What do you need to release? What is it something that you're holding on to that's maybe time to let go of? Because the thing that is triggering the frustration, the depression, the anxiety, fill in the blank, needs to be examined to find out if it's being teaching or you're holding on to something that is basically toxic for you now. And Aries energy is really about burning away the illusion so you can see a little bit more clearly as to what's going on behind the scenes. And when we're talking releasing and letting go, in a lot of cases it's an energetic release. So it's something that you can meditate on and release that way. You can go to some kind of energy healer like Reiki, aura work, things like that, and they can help clear it out. Or it could be something a little bit bigger, something that maybe it's the job that's just been driving you crazy, it's the social event that you've been just kind of stuck in the drudges on and it's just draining to be there. This is the time to maybe re-examine that connection and whether it's worth it or not anymore. And when you feel the energy starting to rise up, and it's going to, this is just the way this energy works, take time. Give yourself the gift of time and actually feel those emotions. Feel the emotion as it comes up and then trace it back to where it came from. Whether it's a positive or negative emotion, this is the practice to try. And look at where it's anchored in your energy field, in your physical body. Where does it set? Is it anxiety in the heart? Is it depression in the stomach? Is it elation in the upper telepathic or third eye crown chakra? Is it peace that sets in the throat and the heart? but just look at where the energy is and where it anchors into. While you're doing this, make sure to be grounding yourself, energetically grounding, holding crystals, maybe even taking like a salt bath. Epsom salts are great for this type of work. And allow yourself just to be and allow these emotions to come forward. Laugh, cry. If you're in an apartment situation, you probably don't want to scream, but things like that. Just find ways to bring those emotions forward and allow yourself to feel them. Don't be obsessed with them. Allow them to come forward, vent out, and let them go. And while you're grounding, this emotion and energy can be very chaotic. It can feel overwhelming. You could almost feel like you're choking, like there's something sitting on your chest as this energy's coming forward. Remember to breathe through your belly, deep breaths, and allow this energy of Aries to swirl and push out from you. And as it goes out, you can start to see the patterns. You can see the threads. When it's right here, it's harder to see. When you push it out, you can see the threads of the energy a little bit better. And I'm using some esoteric language, but basically when you step back from a situation, you can see it clearer, and that's what we're talking about here. And once you understand kind of the threads, how they fit together, where they anchor into your body, you can start to understand the gift of the chaos. Aries is a tool, the energy of Aries is a tool to deal with the lower, darker, icky energies. And once you understand that that's what this tool is doing, is helping you understand them, helping you see them, then you can use the rest of the signs as you progress through the year to step up and support you in unraveling the chaos that Aries is exposing. It's that, showing you the truth so that you can unravel the ball of yarn type of a thing. So during this time, though, just being a heads up, because the energy can be aggressive, it can make you feel edgy and fidgety, go for a walk. Go to the gym. Dance. Do yoga. Get your heart pumping and the sweat pouring. Burn off that excess energy. Aries is coming forward to be like, we got a lot to do. Go, 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 go. And your body's like, burn it off so that you can bring your mind back into a centered state. Once the energy is kind of fizzled off, burned out, and you can take a minute and just breathe again, once that's happened, this is the time to find meditation space. Work on journaling. Allow yourself to tap into the flow of life and energy and just feel. And once you've burnt that off, you're less likely to be overwhelmed by the energies and the emotions. And so that's why when you get that edgy feeling, go burn it off, come back, recenter, and then allow yourself to see and work through the energy. And Aries energy, especially this year, is really good about that. Focus on those aha information moments, the bursts of insight, knowledge, the key words, the random thoughts, as you're kind of allowing the emotions to come forward. And if it's something like happiness and you see flowers, you see a puppy, allow that to come forward. So flowers, maybe I should buy myself flowers tomorrow, or maybe it's time to plant the flowers out in the garden. Oh, puppy, my other dog just passed, and we're looking for a new puppy. This is the time to do it. And if it's something more frustrating, let's say it's depression, and you're like, work, that social group I'm in, as those things come forward, examine that. Is that really draining your energy to that extent? Especially if it's some of these social things. It's okay to say no to some of those. It's okay to change your hours if the job's is just taking too much of your time. It's okay to make those changes. And the energy of Aries is saying, we're bringing up your frustration, we're bringing up your depression, we're bringing up your anxiety, so that you can observe what is triggering it, which allows you to really unravel the hold it has over you. Once you can acknowledge a thing, name a thing, the power goes back to you and it's no longer that unknown presence that's causing your anxiety. It's that unknown presence that's causing the depression. When you understand the root cause of it, you can name it, understand it, and release it. And that takes a lot of effort and energy. That's why we have people like therapists and things. But that is what we're working with, this energy. So something to be aware of, something to journal on through this time period. And with that, we will get started with the oracle card reading. And I'm just going to pull 2 cards per energy, elemental energy, fire, earth, air, and water. And we're going to pull 1 card as a message card, which is the Mystic Wisdom deck. And then we're going to look at portal energy. What is the gate and energy that you're working with during this new moon, which will come from the Gateway of Light activation. Both decks are linked in the description below. And we'll start with the fire energy. And fire energy works with, of course, Aries and Leo and Sagittarius. So your message from the Mystic Wisdom is children. Know that your children are protected. So with this energy that's coming forward, they're being a little loud tonight. My guides, I've been talking to them and they have been kind of more vocal about letting me know what's they're trying to say, which is awesome, but it gets a little frustrating when I'm trying to tell you guys about it. But when they talk about children, it's not just your physical birthed children. This could be adopted kids. They're also saying that this is your pet projects, those things that are inspirational to you, your art, your small business, if that's what you're working on. But it's the things that you're putting your effort in that you want to make into a lasting existence, something that you're building to set free. And so the children message coming up for the fire energy is really about understanding that the things that you're working on in this moment have long-lasting circumstances, and they will be the reflection of you. So putting in the energy to build, to grow, to construct, and allow them to grow within their own barriers as well. Like, you're here to guide them, but watch them bloom. And that's the energy that's coming forward, is you have the guiding, guarding presence of the tiger, but you also have that bloom that is coming forward. So the energy is really about your role at this point, fire signs, is about supporting, guiding, and guarding, but also building the next generation, whether it's a business, a child, etc. But this is going to be kind of a legacy for you. So let's look at the gateway or portal that you are working with energy-wise for Aries in new moon of March of 2023. It is the heart of source, all-encompassing love, unconditional acceptance, and serenity. So you're working with the gateway that is going to tie into the heart and the crown. You are working with the energy of this God source divine energy. You're really tapping into, you're working as a guide, guardian, and protector for a legacy that you're building, child, business, etc. And what you're doing is you're tapping into the gateway that's opening for you is the heart of creation, really. It's the energy of what is it you're wanting to bring forward? What is it you're trying to bring out? You're going to bring out the best in yourself through this gateway, but you're also going to play a supporting role, because as the heart of source opens, you are the conduit bringing that energy in and blessing others around you, fire signs. So you're really going to be in a flow yourself. You're going to kind of be your own little portal. You're bringing it in, but you're also radiating it out. So as you're guiding, guarding, and training for the next generation through this next zodiac cycle, the portal that you're working with is the heart of creation, the source of creation. This is that energy of new beginnings and growth. You are playing a assertive role because you're doing it for yourself and your own life, but you're also playing a supportive role because you're sharing that light and that energy with those around you. So let's look at the message for Earth, which is Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. and it is dreams. Believe in your dreams. So your message, Earth signs, is all about, and this is not something that you're comfortable with. So the Aries energy is bringing forward a uncomfortable one for you, because working with your dreams is something that it's not grounded in reality. It's not physical. It's not something you can touch, Earth signs. And staying grounded is great, but what this card is saying is understand that your dreams, those ambitions, those flights of fancy that we all take at various points in our lives, are saying this is helping you grow in towards your goals, grow in the fantasy type world, but it's not fantasy that can't happen. They're saying fantasy as the things that you want to have happen. It's that creative meditation, it's that creative visualization, it's that positive affirmation, the mantras, things like that, which for Earth tends to be a little bit woo-woo, but this card is saying woo-woo is good for you. So just something to think about for a message. And let's look at the portal or gateway energy for Earth, Aries. It is the Seraphim Gateway, voice activation, angelic attunement, and divine support. So not only are you being told that it's time to really expand your horizons, tap into the fantasy, work into those higher reaches, stay grounded but reach for the stars type energy, now you have the Seraphim's Gateway. This is a fairly high choir of angels, so you're dealing with angelic energy that is going to uplift you, that is going to support you in your dreaming state, that's going to support you in your fantasies, the things that you're trying to create that may not be, fitting into this box of the logical and the everyday. The Seraphim is also going to help you understand how to bring those fantasies, those goals, those ambitions into the physical realm. The other energy that's coming forward with this portal is, as this portal opens for this new zodiac year, your energy of Aries here, it's about divine activations. So your dreams are things that are messages from source. These are ideas, these are goals, these are ambitions, and a lot of times it's being influenced by your guides and guardians in this realm. But the Seraphim Gateway is opening up more energy to come in. They're bringing in the energy that's going to help support you, and your dreams might be having some interesting effects over the next couple of days, because these guys are coming in to say, we're going to support you, but we're also going to push you a little bit. So the gateway that's opening up is really a growth gateway for Earth energy, because it's time to grow, it's time to expand, and it's time to push your limits a little bit beyond the everyday, the mundane, and the financial, which tends to be where Earth wants to hang out, which is cool. But these guys are saying, let's try something a little bit more this year. So let's look at air energy. Wow, that card just fell out of the deck. And we have the dragon for the air signs of Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. Discover your courage. Air doesn't have a problem speaking truth to power, but this card is saying it's a little bit more active about things than that. Air tends to be very intellectual, very logical, also have the bad habit of being in their head, so they are disconnected from what's going on around them. But this card is saying, while you're speaking truth, while you're speaking and understanding, you're cutting away those illusions, because air is really good about getting to the heart of a situation. The dragon coming up is saying, it's great that you're doing this verbal judo, you're playing these verbal games, but this card is saying you also have some actions that need to happen. Air is not just about logic and reason. Air also causes tornadoes, can cause hurricanes, but can also be the gentle breeze that dries out a flooded situation. So there's some movement and some action that is coming forward for you, and the message is, don't be afraid to actually act on the things that you're speaking about, and don't be afraid to, as you're cutting away the truth, step forward and actually show people how to live that truth as well. So let's look at a gateway to be aware of for air signs in the coming year, starting in this energetic sign of Aries. And the poor air signs. The message came popping out. The gateway is not so much, but that's all right. It'll be the correct one when it does decide to come forward. Okie dokie. So we have the Akashic Stargate, aligned with purposes, crossroads, and no wrong paths. So basically you have a green light going forward from this Aries energy, air signs, and the Akashic Stargate ties into your Akashic records, and it's in the chakra system. It's technically tied to your soul star chakra because that's your access point to your Akashic records. And part of this, though, is you're dealing with not just your Akashic records that are tied to this planet. You're also talking about the Stargate energy. So you're tapping into a stellar energy as well. So what this card is really saying is, as you're going through, you're understanding your physical history and your spiritual history. You also need to understand, because the gateway is open to understand it, your galactic place. You're not just from one planet. You're from multiples. And if you believe and work with that type of energy, this is really a time to start reaching out and tapping into it. Working with your galactic guides and guardians, your galactic council, which is basically a group that works with several different people. And this is a period of light working energy coming in. So as you're being more active in your everyday life, the message from the dragon, you also have the Akashic Stargate. So you're working with being more active physically, but you're also reaching out and being more active into the stellar as well. So the gateways for you are pretty interesting. Now let's hop over here and do water, which the water signs are Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces, the ever emotional signs of the zodiac and of the elemental energies. We have choices for water signs. Make the best choices. So your message is really about, where are you at? What do you want to do? What paths are ahead of you? What forks in the paths? Which direction feels the brightest? Which one feels the most correct? Sometimes the one that feels the most correct might not be the one where the sun is shining. And this energy is really saying, it's time to tap into your intuition. Get your pendulum out, get your cards out, work with the energy that you work with, however that is, and understand your choices. They're really saying as well, be very firm in your decisions. When you make a choice, that's your choice. Stick to it. This next step, if you need more information, pause, get the information, form your decision, make the choice. This energy is really pushing forward with this, making the decisions. Water tends to be a little wishy-washy. They don't want to. They just want to go with the flow. This energy is saying, that's fine for most of the time, but right now, water, you need to pick a path. It's not life picking your path. This is your call and your turn to pick it. So let's look at the gateway or portal for water in Aries New Moon 2023. Okay, we have the Stellar Gateway activation, again with the stars. It's interesting that air and water both had star gateways. Infinite Potential Manifestation Vortex. Your Stellar Gateway is the chakra that is approximately 18 inches. Some people say it's further up than that. My experience is it's about 18 inches above your crown. Your soul star is about 12 inches above your crown, 6 to 12 inches. So this is basically the one that accesses the stars for you. This card and the energy that goes along with it is saying, if you have not activated your stellar gateway, if that chakra is not one that is currently moving for you, or it's not one that you're aware of, now this coming year, because Aries is the beginning of this new zodiac year, this coming year is going to bring that chakra into a more active state. If it's already active, it's going to show you, train you, and explain to you how to use this chakra to achieve a higher frequency of existence. Like I said, they're being loud. When you're working with the stellar gateway, you're opening yourself up to stellar energy. You're opening yourself up more to the power, water signs, of your zodiac guides, Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. You're working with the different extraterrestrial families, the Pleiadians, the Arcturians, the rest of the Ians. I can't my brain's not giving me the names, but those are the two that come forward right now. So you're working with these energies that are from other galaxies, and those people are in a lot of cases telepathically, but in some cases physically, coming to train. They're helping us through this transition period where we're going from third density into fifth density, where we're shifting out, or fourth density. We're shifting out of the heavier energies. We're shifting into a higher frequency. And that is growth is painful, and just in general. So you've got this growth period, and it's really uncomfortable. And these guys are coming in, and gals, to help us understand the process, maybe help ease the pathway a little bit. And so pay attention to your dreams, pay attention to the insights, the little bursts, like walking through the grocery store and all of a sudden a magazine cover catches your attention and you've never seen that magazine before. Pay attention to those little details, because that's when they are coming through and they're tapping you on the shoulder being, hey, over here. And they will do that, trust me. I've had it happen myself recently, and it's the weird feeling because you're like oblivious to the world, you're in your own thoughts, and all of a sudden something will catch your attention and you're drawn, your focus is on it, and it usually happens to be the exact thing you need at that time to hear. Maybe it's something you need to pick up, however it works. But the Galactic Guardians especially like to do little signs like that, so pay attention to those this next year, I should say. With that, hopefully the message has resonated for you guys, and hopefully you got a little something out of the new moon that's coming forward, or maybe understanding why you feel like you do, because the energy of a new moon normally isn't as intense as this one is. Usually it's the full moon that causes the kind of explosion of emotions, but this one is a little different because Aries likes to be flamboyant. So with that, if you enjoyed these types of videos, please drop a like on the video. Leave your comments in the comment section, even if it's criticisms, as long as it is respectful. I'm all good with that. Subscribe if you like to see this type of content. I usually upload at least 2 times a week, sometimes more, depending on what's going on in life. And I tend to do live streams on Mondays, sometimes on Tuesdays. It's a little inconsistent on live streams on Tuesdays. But with that, I will let you guys go. Have an awesome rest of your evening and week, and I will talk to you in the next video.